Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, thank you for the hydrate, Toot. I'll take a little sip here. Right. Hello, Potato Shoe. Hello, Gwen. Welcome in. As you can see, we have Early here on the desk with us. I think I bumped my camera a little bit when I was getting ready for stream. There we go. We're good now. Hi, everyone. So tonight we are going to be joined by Moon Phased. Just waiting for her to get going, and then we'll hop on a call. But in the meantime, hello, welcome. How has your week been? I feel like this week has both flown by and also been the longest in the world. Like, part of me can't believe it's already Friday, and part of me can't believe that it's still the same week that it was on Monday. Cheryl's been mostly recovering from the doctor. Yeah, I get that for sure. Yep, even if I just have a phone call with the doctor, I usually need recovery time. One says, so glad this work week is done. I'm glad. I saw Gwen put a list of crafting goals for the next week in the Discord, which I thought was great. So it sounds like you have a wonderful crafty weekend coming up. And in Canada, and I believe in the US, this is a long weekend. Labor Day Monday. I mean, every weekend's a long weekend when you're unemployed, but... Oop. But I hope you guys enjoy your long weekend. Extra day of stitching, chilling, relaxing. Burp. Yeah, you have Labor Day. Oh, you got to leave work early today, Gwen. That's great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Probably the same thing we do every weekend, Pinky, which is try and take over the world. But honestly, probably the same. Stitching, pattern designing, video editing, that kind of thing. You've missed so much work lately. At least this week it's built in. Yeah. Yeah, you were out of it for a while there. I'm so glad you're feeling like better enough to work. But yeah, at least now it's like planned. And you don't have to like cover for stuff. It's in the plan. Just take a little look over here. Ah, Moon just went live. I see. Oh, Moon's frozen.
Why I only have 3 streak? I'm gonna cry. It's not fair.
I just realized you guys can hear that. See? Okay. I think I figured. Okay. I think we've got the Moon cam up now. she'll be joining us on chat in a minute. But yeah, I've actually, today and yesterday, I've done less stitching than I've really wanted to. I've done a ton of pattern designs. There's like, got 4 almost ready to go. And I'm working on a couple of videos. So I actually do want to like take some time off this weekend and just stitch. I think it's because when Toot is streaming in the mornings, because they stream 3 times a week in the mornings, it's really the easiest, it's the best time for me to do pattern design. But then, so I'll start a pattern while they're streaming, and then it'll be stuck in my brain and I have to work on it after, so I end up working on the pattern way too much. Toot reminding me of the wisdom. Run fun, take easy, also important. Tie laces, sleep only on left side. Yes, take easy, also important. So I think it will be a take easy weekend around here. I've just got the crafty bug, the stitchy bug, you know, when you just want to work on stuff. It's not really startitis, it's not really finishitis, it's just making-itis. That's what I'm feeling now. I just want to make, create, do. And if you guys are working on anything while you're watching, please let me know. I love to see the stuff you're working on. I know Toot's got a bunch of new emotes. So yes, let me do the thing. I don't know if that worked. Did that work? Aha. Thank you, Nightbot. Toot actually had their very first affiliate stream today. So reaching affiliate status on Twitch means that you can do all the fun stuff like have your own emotes, do the channel point redeems, run ads, all that kind of stuff, get subs, all that kind of stuff. So Toot had their very first affiliate stream this morning, which is very cool. And if you guys didn't know, when you become affiliate, the first 10 people to sub to your channel get a founder's badge. And it's just the first 10. Like after that, there's no more founder's badges for that channel. So I of course got the first one. So that was cool. And yeah, I just had a really good time. And next week, if you're not into like the spooky stuff, because I know not everybody is, Toot's gonna be playing Plate Up on Wednesday, which is like a really fast-paced cooking game. And Toot is really good at the game. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways. Charles, still working on your sleeves. Yeah, I saw those. The one that you posted, the one that was like already done, definitely giving the t-shirt over the long sleeve shirt 90s vibe. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It has a bunch of good emotes now on their channel. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate too. Oh, it was so funny. So one of the things that you can do when you're an affiliate is set up channel point redeems like the hydrate and the spin the wheel and the do stuff that we have. But so Toot set hers up for the first time, and of course set up a hydrate one, but forgot to put a cooldown timer on it. So Moon realized this and just started spamming the hydrate redeem, like just constantly hydrating, which is so funny because whenever one of our friends doesn't put a cooldown on their hydrate redeem, Toot's the one spamming it. So we got our hydration revenge, our hydrenge. Charles says one day I will get glasses and not be able to tell what the emotes mean because of autism instead of bad eyesight. I know, I wish there was a way, like, other than spending money, because you can blow up an emote with bits, but who in this economy? But yeah, I wish the Twitch emotes were a bit bigger. Like, at least on Discord, if you send them in their own message, they're visible. But a bunch of Toot's Twitch emotes are going to find their way into our Discord server as well. So if you're a member of the Cozy Hide, we did add a bunch of emotes this morning that you're able to use. And that is... You haven't joined. You haven't joined the Discord. That should... Yeah. I should put up a link there. You like the buff frog, Charles? Yeah. I wasn't looking for emotes like specifically for me, but Toot found the buff frog and I was like, I need it immediately. Hi Early, am I not giving you enough attentions? You just want to come say hi to the people? Yeah. I stop petting you too much. Oh, sorry baby, there we go. I think this is going to be another all cat stream. Early's a little bit clingy tonight, which is okay. We love to see it. As long as she doesn't, you know, Alt F4 me out of everything. Yeah, no, you just type a bunch of Q's in chat. I'm really glad I fixed it so the mic doesn't pick up when she's scratching like that. Because when she like scratches behind your ear, it goes whoom, 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 whoom on the desk. And the mic used to pick it up. I'm glad that it doesn't anymore. Let's QQQ more pew pew pew. Streaming isn't really that hard, Charles. Like, I think I put a little bit too much thought into it. And also, one of the big challenges that I have is early typing in chat. One of the big challenges that I have is that I'm streaming in a shared space. So I have very early, please. I have very specific needs for my streaming space, in that my noise suppression has to be quite high, just because there's someone else here. But if you were able to have a quiet place where you can like shut the door and not have this going on, it's actually not that hard to get started. Like before I got this camera, I was just using my phone as a webcam, and then you can just use like a headset mic and use filters to make it sound a little less headset mic-y. Yeah, it's really not too terribly difficult to get started. Yeah, Toot says for her, generally, she rolls out of bed, turns on the stream, and play a game she loves for 2 hours. Yeah, my stream is quite a bit more prep than that because I've got usually 2 cameras going on, plus the mic, plus music, plus animal interruptions. Not that Toot doesn't have animal interruptions, but... And I know a lot of crafting streamers will usually only have 1 camera, and they can even stream off of a laptop, because if you're not running a game, the typical laptop is more than powerful enough to stream. So it is kind of like, it's as complicated or as simple as you want to make it, but it can be quite simple. And a lot of the work that I put in with the mic and the lighting setup and everything, and making sure I have captions, it's less to make things easy for me and more to make it a more enjoyable viewing experience for you. Because if you could hear every single thing going on around me, if there was like fan noise in the background, if you were hearing these really loud thumps every time a cat jumped on the desk, it wouldn't be so fun. So yeah. Doing the I think it's SO is the command for shoutouts. Thank you. Oh, good, Cheryl. I'm glad. So yes, Toot just shouting at Moon Phase. Moon's going to be joining us very shortly. You can see she's just doing her own kind of pre-stream stuff. Oh no, Toot figured out what I did with the critter cam. I honestly couldn't think of anything funnier, so I just went for that. All right, hang on one second. We're gonna get Moon in here, and then we're gonna have to do some sound leveling.
Hello.
Hello. Let me just turn my music down a little bit and you up a little bit.
I cannot hear you if you're speaking.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to switch audio mics. Hold tight. Oh, nope. Nope.
Hello.
Hello.
I hear you now.
Okay. I forgot to switch the mic on my Discord.
I figured.
All right. So my chat, how's Moon's voice? Is she too loud? Not loud enough? Anything like that?
Yeah, and likewise, for you guys on my stream, is the H too loud or good enough?
Very slightly loud. Okay. I will continue. I will continue
you just
speaking.
told me about the critter on your stream, DH.
Yes. What can I say? I'm trying to help you get out there.
Moonphase. Moonphase is a hot single in your area. Cheap viewer.
I'm helping you. I'm you know, you're single, you're ready to mingle. I want to get the word out there.
Thank you. It's so appreciated.
I know. I am just everything I do for you, Moon.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's okay. If I can get myself a cute cross-stitcher partner, why not? I know your community.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how much of my community is single and ready to mingle, but definitely some cutie boots here.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah. Moon is a bit too quiet now. Okay, we're trying to adjust the moon here. All right, I think I've. Okay, now that's too loud.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Orchid said, send Moon all the big titty got GFs, and Toot said, on my way.
Yep.
Me too. Oh, you guys.
Yeah, we're just trying to set Moon up now. That's our new.
First you were setting my volume, and now you're setting me up completely. I see how it is.
Yeah. No cross stitch stream. This is just a find Moon a
blind date
/ boy / them friend.
Them friend, I like that. But yes, V was telling us about their kitties, and their kitties' names are Harley, Hunter, and Mickey, which are all very cute.
Aww. We've
Moon,
got.
who is this cutie pie? The stitch. It is. If you type !project in our chat, which I will do.
Ooh, Moon setting up the project command. Fancy.
I did. Yeah, it is the Kawaii Baphomet pattern by Wild Bluebell Patterns on Etsy. It's a pattern that I started on stream a while ago, and it kind of like didn't get a lot of work done because I was so focused on Deadly Aquarium. But I haven't stitched on Deadly Aquarium in weeks now because I have to move the frame and I just can't.
I feel that so deeply.
One of those things.
Yeah, and anyone who's watching on my stream, you can see Moon's stream up where the critter cam usually is, so you can see the Baphomet that she's working on. There is going to be a delay, so you're going to hear her talking to me, and then like maybe 30 seconds to a minute later, you're going to see what's going
gestures.
on. Yeah. Orchid, welcome.
Thank you for the hydratedy. Gwen says it's such a mood. Yeah, moving the frames are nuh-uh.
I don't know what it is. I've been so on top of moving my frames. Like for deadly it might be the legal math. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
I do want to see on my pattern what I would like to do next.
But yeah,
I'm
like
gonna go with the 211. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, it used to be, moving the frame meant that I didn't work on the project for like 3 days. But I've had to move the frame because I'm getting to the point of Deadly Aquarium. I'm working on Deadly Aquarium, by the way. This is Exhibit 12, and to do Exhibit 10, so I had to move the frame to get to Exhibit 10. And then I could do and then I had to move the frame to get to Exhibit 11, and then I had to move the frame to finish Exhibit 11, and then I had to move it to start Exhibit 12, and then I had to move it again to continue. And I'm gonna have to move it once more to finish this exhibit. But then I think the final exhibit will be without moving.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna find the courage to continue Deadly Aquarium, knowing that there's so much frame moving.
I know.
In my future.
I know. I'm so sorry, but
no, please don't be.
It looks so good.
It's just really good.
Yeah, like I've had to move the frame on this so much, and you guys can see that like I've got all the extra fabric like stuffed in the grime guard. So like every time I go to move it, it's just like poof. Hey, Quarter Stitch, welcome.
Yeah, and V said send some photos in your Discord. Oh, I look forward to seeing your kitters after the stream. Which, by the way, if you guys would like to join another server in which kitty pictures are abundant, you might want to join DH's Zone community server.
Yes,
there's a lot of
we have
kitty pictures.
We have many kitty pictures.
Yeah, and people are definitely like all crafters there.
Yep. So we have like some mixed gamers crafters. Yeah. But yeah, it started off as a cozy gaming community and has shifted into cozy crafting, which I am all here for.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was diamond painting. No, I to be fair, I do have like some diamond painting material. I have like a full set of diamond painting, and then I have um stickers, diamond painting stickers that my mom got for me. But I haven't gotten around to touching it yet, to be honest.
Diamond painting kind of intimidates me just because the itty bitty things is like
Yeah.
I feel like my hands are just too shaky.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Sarah says,
He
now that the
says,
pattern is
I thought
fully... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Teddy says he thought that was Esper. Like the Baphomet. He thought
yeah.
it was the Pokemon Esper. I can see it.
That'd be
It
cute.
would be a very cute pattern, yeah.
And Charles says diamond painting is one cat away from disaster.
It does. That is very true. That is very true.
But Quarter Stitch has a good, or Dara, both, has a good point in that now the pattern is fully out, you could stitch however you like with less frame moving. So like you could
that
just...
is very true. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have to do it by clue anymore. I could just
Yeah,
do
you could just load
pattern.
up, because the final email has the entire pattern, so you could just load it up and go like 8-inch by 8-inch block.
I think you were, kid.
I'm kind of stuck in this spot where no matter how I do it, I'm gonna have to move the frame.
Yeah. It's a struggle. That's why I chose to just go back to my other whips. Because like I didn't like really stop working on them because I didn't feel like working on them.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped working on them because Deadly Aquarium was taking up all of my stitching time. And like there are things that I'm doing for other people and they bring me a lot of joy. Like cross stitching for others brings me so much joy and motivation compared to like stitching for myself, which it's not like I don't want to do it, it's just a very different feeling. I don't know if
I get
you
that.
get that as well.
I understand that. I don't get that. Doing stuff for other people is often makes me lag on a project more.
Oh really?
Yeah, because like I don't know if it's the external deadline feels oppressive whereas the internal deadline doesn't, or I don't know.
I can understand it.
I don't really do a lot of crafting for other people these days anyways.
Yeah. Gwen
Yeah.
says I get that too sometimes at least.
Man, I wish I could have that kind of focus.
He says I am playing Kingdom Hearts 2 critical right now. There's nothing cozy about what I'm doing.
Yup. All right.
And yet here you are.
Moon, I'm going to take a short break over in my community.
Absolutely.
So I will be back in about 3 minutes. If you're hanging out watching my stream, I'm going to run a 3-minute ad. You're not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss any chatting, anything like that. Let me put up the break screen. So go grab a drink, grab a snack, do whatever you need to do, stretch, unshrimp. We'll see you back here in 3 minutes, okay? All right.
Perfect. Gwen says, I really enjoyed doing a few projects for others and then I had to do something for myself again. I can
All right, welcome back. Let's see if we can hop back in. Let's see what Moon is up to. Just gonna jump back into our call.
In evenings.
Hello.
So for her, the retreats are the ones I give her on stream. Hello.
Hi. We're back from break. You were talking about Yuna's treats.
Yes, I was talking about Yuna's wet food.
Ah.
Because Monkey is yelling at Gwen for wet food.
Karen, hi. Welcome in. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
Oh yes, Toot hydrated me as well. Here I go.
And thank you for petting Yuna, Pickle. I don't know where she is, but I'll definitely give her a pet for you later.
Gwen goes, moisturize me. Yeah, that's all Toot is doing, is just hydrating our insides.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for Toot, I definitely wouldn't be drinking as much water as I do.
No, that's for sure. All right, another. Nobody look at my back. Nobody look at this horrible tangled back.
It's genuinely not that bad.
Oh,
as far as your backs go.
There's some parts that are just horrific. This part isn't actually all that bad. But once you get down into like some of the first bits on this project are really horrible. But yeah, these ones aren't. The shark's seen some better days though.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
This is awesome. Thank you, Ken. Welcome around. We're doing some cross stitch tonight.
Yeah, cross stitch.
It says I have one job in life. Yep, one, and it's to hydrate us.
Yep. Whenever that's not what I meant to do. Whenever I go to the hospital or something like that, and they do the blood work to see if you're hydrated, they always assume I'm dehydrated, and then they get the blood work back and they're like, "Oh, you're very hydrated." And I'm like, "I know." You haven't met my spouse. I was thinking about it over the break, and we're working on two very different types of projects right now. Like, I'm working on one that has a lot of small motifs, frequent color changes, and you're doing one that's larger, big blocks of color where you can kind of do an outline and then fill in.
Yeah.
And like, I enjoy both of those types of projects a lot, which is why I try and have like one of each on the go. Because I've been liking Deadly Aquarium because I can do like just one jellyfish and it's like a little tiny finish. But the big ones, if you like outline the space you need to go and then you can just stitch without thinking, that's just, it's wonderful.
Yeah, I really like doing outlines and then filling in, because like the filling in is so satisfying to me.
Yeah,
it's very much like mining in a straight line in Minecraft. You can just turn brain off and see the satisfying stuff happen. But I've also been enjoying like the color changes, but it's a very different stitching experience for sure.
Toot says I get so bored with filling in. Yeah, that's like it really kind of depends on the mood you're in. And like Toot is a monogamous stitcher, so they don't really have a choice of different projects for different moods. Fortitude says big blocks of color are great when the brain is meaty. Yeah. Just no can brain, only stitch big blocks. What I've been doing with Those Who Wait is sorry, Orchid just plugged something in chat. did you know, Moon, that a small pattern creator that you guys might be familiar with is coming out with a Halloween sal?
Really? No, I didn't know. You should tell me more about it.
Yeah, no, Orchid just brought it up. It's this really cool sal. It's called the Tiny Witch Sal. It is for all the cozy tiny witches.
That sounds all up my alley.
Yeah, exactly. It's really for everyone. It's available as just a digital pattern. Or you can get a kit. You can get the full kit for a really affordable price considering what most sal kits are. They're both available through stitchwit.ca.
Amazing.
Toot just put the link up in my chat.
Yes, thank you for putting up the link in my chat too. If you guys haven't caught on, the small designer is DH.
Yeah, it's mine.
Has made this stitch along, and I'm super excited for it. Honestly.
Yeah.
I look forward to stitching the tiny witch.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like I am so excited. The first clue drops September 26th, which feels like a long way away. But
it's gonna come by so fast though.
Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow before I know it. Yeah, Gwen was so funny bringing it up in the Discord the other night because I might have mentioned it like 1 or 2 or 6 times in my latest video as well.
Good.
No. And Gwen said that's so cool. I don't know if you're talking about the sal or being able to offer the kits, but yeah, either one is just so cool. I'm really thankful to Heather from Stitchwit. I mean, it was one of those things where like I wasn't sure if it was going to be yes or a no, but I just kind of went for it anyways and reached out and asked if she would be willing to work with me on the kits, and yeah.
It's amazing. Heather is amazing.
Heather is amazing.
Stitchwit.ca, guys.
Yeah.
Like, since I discovered the the website, honestly, thanks to DH and Toot, I haven't really bought anything cross-stitch related anywhere else. I went to my local needle store maybe like once, twice. Yeah, really like it's been my pretty much one-stop shop for all cross-stitch stuff now.
Yeah.
And it's always like so exciting, like, because honestly, Heather ships really fast. Her customer service is like stellar, and if like there's something missing in your order, she always like messages you, or you can message her to like get the shipment either held back so you get everything in full, or that she can send things in separate like orders.
Yeah.
And like whenever she sends something, it's always like I'm so excited to get my cross stitch stuff in the mail.
I know.
Like,
we just did another order today because we needed floss, and I'm very excited to get it in.
Yes, I'm waiting for the Tiny Witch kit. Actually, it could ship like this week, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. So
Thank
everyone
you for the hydrate.
Everyone who has ordered a kit, they have all shipped at this point. If you're in Canada or the States, you have until basically the 15th, 16th to order a kit. If you order after that, it might get to you in time, it might not. But they do ship worldwide. Shipping is free around the world, just with longer ship times. I know we had one go out to Germany, we had one go out to England, which is really cool, so I'm just very excited. Like I kind of knew like 3 people who would sign up for sure, and then I figured that might be it, but just the response I've gotten has been just so cool. Just yeah. But the Toot just found Stitchwit by like randomly Googling. Like she was just looking for a cross stitch supplier because we can't go into our local Michaels, and Michaels is always a bit of a crapshoot whether or not you can find what you need. that she just was randomly Googling and found Stitchwit, and now we adore.
It's such a good thing.
Yeah.
And I remember as well, like the first time we ordered, like you guys got an order and you were like, just wait for us to get everything. And then you got like everything before I ordered and we were like, okay, green light. And like we all left reviews and then like we kept ordering and then
Yeah.
Heather, we found out Heather is such a cool bean.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Good. And it's good. It's just good to have, like, I mean, for Toot and I, we're disabled. We can't get out very frequently. So we do rely a lot on online services like grocery delivery and food delivery and Stitchwit and Amazon and things like that. And having a source that is as reliable, like we know we can go to Heather and if she doesn't have it, she'll know where to get it or she can order it in. Like that makes our lives a lot simpler and a lot easier. And it's just having that kind of like consistency in our lives, it just makes things easier. Like a lot of people who are able to get out and drive and go places, they don't always realize how frustrating it can be when you need like one skein of floss and you can't just duck into Michael's for it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I just got, you know, when you get like a little loop of another thread that comes up and just crosses over and you're like, that thread just darker or does it have extra floss in it? I am working on my jellyfishes now, and it's a lot of like golds and pinks and purples, which is very nice.
They're so cute.
If you guys haven't seen the final exhibit, which just came out today, the last exhibit came out today, and it's a crocodile, and it has a beware of crocodile sign, and I love it. It's so cute.
It's a big crocodile.
Yeah, but it looks like it's mostly grays and greens.
Yeah, I forgot to send the Flat Fuck Friday video today. Oh, how dare! So for context, you guys, there's a Twitter page that's called Gator Daily, and it's just like a page that posts like a video or a picture of alligators or crocodiles daily, and we love crocodilians here. So
yes, absolutely.
I follow the page, but every Friday they post a video and it's just like a bunch of like pictures of like crocodiles just laying flat on the ground, and it's just like Flat Fuck Friday, and it's just like a happy little tune, and it's just like pictures of like fat crocodiles like being laid out and like across the street, and it makes my day every Friday. It's great.
Yes,
and I usually send it to DH.
Yup. And it would have been so perfect for today. I'm really like, so there's a little sign on it next to it that says beware of crocodile, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep it saying beware of crocodile or have it say like hug the crocodile or something like that. Like I don't know if I want to change the wording on the sign.
Gwen, you already knew about Flat Foot Friday? They said, I love Flat Foot Friday because like you fucking loser. Because the tune, oh, it's so good. And Titty is flirting with Nightbot.
Ooh.
A new love story unfolds in my chat.
I've got a knot or something. Moon, entertain my chat while I figure out what's going on.
Yes. You can't put me on the spot like this. All funny thoughts have left my head.
Well, find them. If you do want some laughs on on Moon's account, Moon has TikToks and shorts on channels.
That is true. Yeah. If you guys want to be entertained, you can go scroll through my TikToks.
I didn't figure out what. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I made a few back then, and now they're even better because Titty has been editing them
Yeah.
for me.
Titty is amazing. Our friend
Titty
Almighty
is
Titty
truly
is
amazing.
just, he's got a real good grasp of story structure or video structure, because I'm in the process of making a little like trailer for Tiny Witch, which I should have done earlier, but I didn't really know where to start. Like I don't really do short form, and I didn't know where to start, so I asked Titty, and he was like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of like brain dead today, but you should structure it like do 5 seconds to this, 5 seconds to this, fade into this, and then linger on this. And I'm like, that's exactly what I need. Like that, you just gave me a structure of the TikTok that I want to do, but you laid it all out really easy for me to follow. So yeah, I was like, you are brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been very helpful. Like for my latest TikTok, I basically like came up to him and I was like, Diddy, I've seen this video format of like Valorant creators like doing a really bad play or missing shots really badly, and then it just cuts abruptly to like playing Minecraft essentially. And like I thought it was a really funny concept. And so like I mentioned that to him and he was like, bet, I got you. And like I just gave him the idea, but then he took the reins and just made everything amazing. Like he went in Minecraft and made the footage himself. He made like an emote of, he took a Yuna emote and made it cry. He asked me to record myself fake crying. Like he just directed the whole thing. It was amazing.
I know, and it's a skill set that like I'm getting pretty good about my video editing. Like if you guys have watched the Cozy Cast, like
yeah, you are really
I have added more and more elements, but Titty just has a really good grasp of like what makes a good video, the timing, the beats, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
If you guys are looking for some video editing, Almighty Titty in our servers, discuss it with him.
Yep.
Might have you covered.
I know this stream is starting to sound like an unending ad for our friends, but we're just really excited about the stuff that our friends do.
Absolutely.
Like we're just we have some really cool, talented people in our lives.
Orchid says, have you seen a crocodile skink? Yes, I have, and they're amazing.
Yes, Orchid sent me a picture of a crocodile skink the other day. Like I've seen them before, and the way that we have almost had a crocodile skink in our house several times. Really? Yeah.
Really?
They're so cute, but at the same time they're small and fragile.
Okay. It might not. I see. I didn't. I must have been thinking of a type of monitor then.
Like a caiman lizard?
No, I think I was thinking of a water monitor or something like that. Because I was thinking like it must be pretty big, but if you say skinks are smaller, you're right.
Yeah, it would be like about the size of like a gecko.
I see.
Yeah.
They're so small. Thank you for the posture check, Pickle. Orchid says it looks like a little dragon. Aww.
Yeah, they do look like little tiny dragons. It is the cutest thing. Gwen says almost had them in our house multiple times. No, they don't just wander in. We would invite them in and give them a very, very happy home. We don't live in a climate where lizards just wander into the house, unfortunately.
You'll send a pic, Moon? Thank you, Orchid.
Toot says they only live 2 to 3 years. That was Toot's big hesitation. Yeah, exactly. We are 2 big, weepy, squish heart people. Pretend those were words.
Show you? Perfect. Big hearts. Soft hearts.
Yeah. I am a big...
Mac just said you can't fix Moon's posture. She sits like Schmeagol. Damn.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
Thank you for the hydrate, too. My posture is actually not that bad.
The angle of my camera is such that I kind of need to have good posture while I'm on stream, because if I don't, like, all you will see is my head, the back of my head.
Pickle says it's okay. I'm constantly shrimping. Yeah, if I don't watch my posture, I get really bad back pain. So I do my best to watch my posture.
Yeah,
essentially.
The one thing is, this is a really weird thing, and I don't know if other people do this. Whenever I'm cross stitching, I curl my toes really tightly, like I'm like bracing them against the ground for some reason. And I have to force them to relax, or else my feet get really tired.
That's interesting.
It's the weirdest thing.
I do that when I play Valorant.
Yes, I guess,
like,
just
clenching like my legs in general.
Like, I guess just high octane stitching is what I'm doing all the time. Charles says I tend to lie in my stomach a lot, so you have the opposite problem of shrimping. What is the opposite problem of shrimping? Jellyfishing?
Bananaing. But would the banana curl the same way the shrimps do, or do we consider it opposite way?
I don't know. Maybe it's just jellyfish. You kind of go bleh. And Gwen says, I think I used to do something like that with crochet. Oh, really? You perch your lips really tightly?
I was curling my toes right now. I feel so called out.
No. Your neck and upper back get really tight? Oh, that's hard to deal with, too.
I wonder if clenching toes is a type of stimming.
I wonder.
Probably.
Yeah. I am nothing if not a collection of symptoms.
Yeah. Titty says, listen, the Kingdom Hearts 2 crit isn't gonna beat itself. And Orchid says, I curl my toes as a kind of a stim. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so that could be it. But yeah, like when I just realized that, yeah, if I'm not curling my toes, I'm holding my mouth in like a weird way.
Holding your mouth?
Yeah, like pursing my lips, or just like, usually I'll kind of do, I'm trying to explain how to describe it, but like I'll put my jaw to one side and my upper teeth to the other side. Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, like
kind of stretching it, but...
one of my stims is biting my left cheek, so like it's like I kind of purse my lips to the right side just to like shift my cheek so I can get it between my teeth. It looks kind of funny when I do it.
Yeah.
Fury, congrats on a 40 stream streak. Let's go.
Gotta add an unclench your jaw to the list of things to check. I should, yeah.
Oh
Unshrimp, unclench.
Yeah. I'll chew on my cheek like it's gum if I'm too focused.
Oh no.
Yeah. Same. Like, I don't know how I won't get into details because I don't want to gross people out, but like, yeah, same.
Yeah. I run into that problem a lot because I used to work in healthcare, and when you work in healthcare, like, things that other people find gross are just your day-to-day stuff, and the jokes that we make to other people in the field can be really off-putting to people outside of the field, so I always have to like check myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, is this a joke or is this body horror?
Basically.
Yeah.
I'll also bite my bottom lip a lot. Like, especially if I have dry skin on my bottom lip.
Yeah.
It will be shred. But hey, I don't bite my nails anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
That's one stim that was hurting me that I got rid of.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So how many projects do you have on the go now, Moon? I know you were talking about working it down to just a couple.
Pickle says, do you ever hold hands with your feet?
Yes.
Like, like crossing your toes together? Or like just crossing your ankles? Or how do you mean, Pickle? But let me see. I am down to 5.
Okay, that's actually more than I thought.
Yeah. I have the secret project for Orchid, which I'm almost done with. So that's we're almost down to 4. But then I have Baphomet, I have the Silly Mates cross stitch, Deadly Aquarium, and Unseelie.
Okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense.
So I technically have 6 because there are 2 versions of the Silly Mates one.
Yeah.
But yes. And then in my queue, I have 2 more that I have kitted up, essentially, which are an Umbreon cross stitch and a Moon Phases cross stitch.
Ooh, lovely. I think kitted up, I'm not sure how many I have. Like at this point I can kit up quite a few things from stash.
Yeah.
But like I have like my next like 3 kitted up, I think.
Nice. Umbreon and the Moon Phases are actually kitted up since like almost for a year now. They're like part of the floss that I moved with me in October.
Oh.
So I've just had like so much like stuff going on and like other projects going on. I just haven't gotten around to them.
One of us.
Toot says Silly Mates is a super quick stitch though. Yeah, it is a quicker stitch.
Right now I have 5. I want to get down to 3, but I started 2 shop samples at the same time. So I want to get both of those done. And I keep telling myself they'll be quick stitches and then I don't work on them. So it's like, it's not going to be a quick stitch if you don't actually work on the thing.
Orchid is asking, how is your full coverage supplies coming together? So the supplies I've had for a bit. Like there's only like, hang on. It was like about 70 colors, I believe. And I got all of them except the ones that needed many skeins, essentially. Like for those, I didn't get necessarily all the skeins because I figured that once I would run out of the skein, I would just purchase a new one and it might be like months or years down the line. So I do have like at least one of every color. So I do have all the colors. I don't think I've stitched on it since I last showed it on stream, but let me show it. It looks like nothing still. But we do have a pretty little, that's about 1,000 stitches done over there.
Toot just said, let me count my whips.
That's gonna take 1 second, and she's gonna say 1.
I just put you up on the screen, so you just saw she put up the floss pack. Did you pull out Unseelie or?
Yes, I do afterwards. I believe.
We'll just have to wait a second.
Welcome, Shadow. You're never late to stream. You're always just on time.
Yeah, there we go. There's Unseelie.
Yeah, the top left is leaves that go like across a frame into like the main picture. But yeah, it doesn't quite look like that yet.
Yeah, and now you guys can see Baphomet there, who is so cute. So cute.
Yes. It is such a cute stitch. And this is also like a a pattern that I've wanted to do forever.
Mhm.
Like
We've
it was
had
in
it
the
forever.
first batch of patterns that Toot DH and I bought together.
Yeah.
From Wild Blue Bell.
Toot says technically,
Nice
technically, they have 2 whips.
Technically.
Oh
yeah. Silly mate that they were waiting on from me. Because basically, DH designed a silly mate, which is what Toot and I call each other, which are soulmates, but they're meant to be silly together. We stole that from a comic person online, but we don't tell anyone that. Anyway, so DH basically designed a pattern that is Toot and I, and we are doing the pattern twice round robin. So I already have the one that Toot have completed in my possession that I must finish, and then I have to send her my version eventually.
Yep.
Which I've been putting off so much because of Deadly Aquarium, but I want to do it.
Deadly Aquarium can wait.
Do not feel pressure. You know, I have lots of stuff to work on. I know. But I feel like working on it, you know?
Take easy, also important.
Indeed. Also, thank you for the lurk, Sharp.
I told Heather that, and then I had to immediately explain what it meant.
How did she react to that?
I got a lol. I love how many people in my community have started saying take easy, also important, who were not here for the original playthrough of Mail Time, which is where that phrase comes from. I think I'm gonna have to dig through my VODs and pull out that little segment and immortalize it forever.
Mm-hmm. We've technically already immortalized it through cross stitch.
True, I did make that cross stitch pattern. Yep. I think that was one of my very first patterns that I made.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
Yeah.
That with the My Little Pony gif of like they will never find the body.
Yep.
Which I adore. Not to expose Toot again, but that's a gif that Toot often uses.
I don't know if that's exposing Toot to anyone who's familiar with our streams.
That is true.
I am actually really close to finishing these 3 little jellyfish. I'm surprised. Look at them. They're so cute.
They are very cute. It's gonna be your own tiny finish from the stream.
Yeah. I already finished, so you can kind of see these jellyfish here, these guys. There's 3 of them. There's one down here, and then there's one just out of the frame there. So I finished those up earlier today, and that was a nice little finish. Although they do kind of look like floating eyeballs.
Oh.
Like they look a little bit like, maybe it's just because we've been watching a lot of Minecraft videos, but they kind of remind me of like a possible Minecraft mob.
That is, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Whereas these look more like jellyfish. So.
I wonder what kind of jellyfish the blue and red ones are.
I can find out.
Because I know that there's also going to be a manowar floating towards the top.
Yeah, the manowar is right where my needle minder is. I'm gonna stitch him next.
Nice. Wait, Titty says which Minecraft mob? I think one that DH is imagining. Like,
yeah,
it could be a Minecraft mob. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist, but it could be one.
It also does kind of remind me of the Water Temple Guardians. They are St. George's Cross Medusa. The little blue and red ones.
I've never heard of this jellyfish.
They're from the deep sea near Japan. They're a newly discovered species, first described in February 2024.
Oh,
Its
wow.
bright red cross-shaped stomach is thought to hide the presence of swallowed organisms from other potential prey. Its sensory structures are unique among jellyfish, making it difficult to classify. It is unknown what types of venom it may possess. On the danger
That
level
is so
scale, it
cool.
is question mark.
That is so cool that it just got discovered.
Yeah, like months ago.
Fedi says, those motherfucking temple guardians, I hate them.
They're the worst. They are the absolute worst. Especially the mining fatigue.
Yeah. We already have Bowie on the desk too. He's just slightly hidden. But I did put Bowie on the desk for DH.
Aw,
they're
thank
working
you.
on the aquarium.
Yeah. Let's see here. Back here. This is Bowie. He's a pom pal. The color's really blown out on my camera. Sorry about that. But he's a little pom pal. He's got like a beanie butt, so he sits. But this is Bowie the seagull. Me and Moon have matching buoys because of the seagull boys in Deadly Aquarium. So this was like our little Deadly Aquarium memorabilia. Oh, thank you, Toot.
I was so happy when
It still blows out in the lighting. He's got this little fry, which is so cute.
Yes. I love it. It's the first time that I see a pom pal that's like holding something.
Yeah. And I love that, like, so the fry, it's like a tube with stitching around it. And if it weren't in the seagull's mouth, it wouldn't look like anything recognizable. But as soon as you put it in the seagull's mouth, you know it's a fry.
Yes. It is a very smart design choice for this. Fedi says, yeah, the boss gives you mining fatigue. It increases the mining time from 0.4 seconds to 10 seconds. It's so
the
long.
worst. One says the little red jellies look like Metroids. Yeah, that's another good one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
How long does the debuff last?
Way too long. You basically need to have milk on you constantly.
Because the milk removes the debuff?
Yeah. Right?
I see. I wouldn't know.
I could be lying.
There's a reason why Titty was the one who made the footage from the latest TikTok. And it's because I don't play Minecraft. It's too cozy for me. I need chaos in my games.
Too
Titty
cozy.
says I brought a cow into the ocean.
It's actually a good plan.
He says that milk cures anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Toot says Moon only plays Minecraft to mine in a straight line. Yeah, basically. Whenever I've played Minecraft, it was always just to like mine, and I would get mine and find resources, and I would get so bored whenever like people would start automating like iron and stuff like that, because it's like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm good for nothing else.
Only mine.
Only mine.
Yeah. Whenever Toot and I play together, Toot will go and like we'll set up a basic like camp, and then I'll start building like a really intricate, lovely area, and I'll be like, okay, I need this kind of stone, and Toot's like, okay, and then just goes and hollows out a mountain and brings everything back to me.
Yep, Toot and I are the same.
Yep.
Except hunger. That makes sense. Wait, milk doesn't cure hunger. I guess it can't do everything, huh?
All right, done with this color. Do I do the gold next or the
Design
white?
is not my passion, Toot says. Yep, me either, Toot, me either.
I just realized I was clenching my toes and I was wondering why they hurt so much. I dropped a frozen burrito directly on my big toe yesterday.
Owie.
And I think like the end of it hit the toe and bounced off. It was
Ouch.
the worst.
Yeah, toes hurt so much whenever you drop something on them or like
No,
bang
it's
them somewhere.
it's unfair. Unfair.
It's like you guys like touch everything every day. Couldn't you be stronger? Slightly?
Orchid asked, "Did you still eat the burrito?" I did, because it was in its wrapper when it fell. So I picked it up and put it in the microwave.
Microwavable burrito.
I know, they're so good. Portisha says, "That's me. I just want to mine and farm. Leave the building up to your partner."
Yep.
See, that's good. That's like all those TikToks where it's like the Stardew, you know, one person is peacefully farming and one person is grinding away in the mines.
Yep.
Yep. That's definitely me and Toot all the time. But it works out well.
Yep. I started a co-op farm with a friend recently. Actually, I haven't played much yet, but like right off the bat I was like, how do you like your farm? Do you like to make it pretty? And he was like, yeah, I actually really like designing the farm. I was like, great, I'm not gonna touch anything.
Great, I'm going to the mine.
Be in the mines.
See you in 3 days.
I went to the mines, I think, on day 3. I was like, bye, I'm going.
Portisha says finding an iron vein is the best.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, Quarter Stitch was just saying finding an iron vein in Minecraft is the best. Yeah.
Yes, finding like any ore is just like a little dopamine kick.
And or finding like everything. A geode.
Yes.
Basically finding anything except copper.
Yep. Dopamine, instant dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
Fedi says, I had a burrito from Taco Bell the other day. It was all cheese and beef and I was in heaven.
Yes. Taco Bell good.
Titty says he knows how to make the complex farms. So he does the iron farm, tree farm, etc. in Minecraft.
I see. Toot can usually get a sugarcane farm up and going really fast. And there was one that was like just an XP farm that was nuts. It was awesome.
The last time I watched Titty play, he had like villager, not farm I guess, but like a villager market set up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like working on like flattening some land to make a place for cartographers because they need to be overground to cartograph the world, I guess, to map the world. Orchid says the geodes are like gambling. Yeah, that's true. Gambling with lower stakes because you don't need to like the price you have to pay to open them is so minimal.
Yeah. Geodes in Stardew. Yes. Geodes in Stardew are because I was thinking geodes in Minecraft. I'm like, how are geodes in Minecraft? Like,
I thought the same thing when you mentioned geodes earlier, and I was like, wait. Yes, Stardew.
Yeah, the amethyst. I was talking about like the amethyst geodes that you find in Minecraft randomly while digging.
I see.
I don't know if you've seen them. They might be in a more recent update.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I thought you were referring to like, finding an iron vein in Minecraft and finding geodes in Stardew.
No, we're talking the same kind of grind. And Toot says we do always set up a turtle farm for sure. And if they ever find a spawner, they set up an XP farm there. So yeah, once upon a time, I had a cozy gaming channel. And then I started like occasionally doing crafting streams, and now it's all crafting all the time. I have achieved my final form.
Have you?
Who knows?
Who knows where the AUDHD might take you?
I know, right?
And who knows where the AUDHD might take me? Because I used to be a Valorant only streamer.
Yep. I do love your Valorant streams, though. I don't know. There's just something like very, like, I don't know if cozy is the right word, but they're such a good, like, they have such good associations in my mind that whenever I start watching one with, like, when you're streaming Valorant, I'm just like, yeah, this is good. This is good.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. Geodes are relatively new, added only 2 years ago. I see, Teddy. I played more recently than 2 years ago, but I've never found them.
Yeah, I don't know how rare they are.
Dark, hello, hello. So kawaii. Yes, that is actually the name of the pattern. Kawaii Baphomet.
It's Tiny Baffy.
Yes.
So I've got, my jellyfish have backstitch on them because Lola Crow doesn't like us, and there's so much backstitch in this pattern.
Yes.
I mean, it looks amazing. Like, look at this shark. It just gives so much more detail, but still. So I'm kind of like, I'm stitching each cluster of jellyfish and then doing the backstitch in that area before I move on. So when I get to the final jelly, then I'll just be done. I won't have to go back and backstitch anything. Portisha says, I described Vampire Survivors as a cozy game the other day. Cozy can apply to any game if it gives you that feeling. Absolutely. Like, for me, Phasmophobia is a very cozy game.
Yes.
When I'm not playing it, when I'm watching it.
For me, even when I'm playing it, it's just like, I've played so much of it that, like, unless there's like a jump scare that I'm not expecting, I'm just very like cozy and I know what I'm doing and I'm in control and it's a controlled setting. Yeah, for sure. My favorite way to watch Phasmo is actually put a little bit of lo-fi on in the background, maybe some like rain noises, and it's really? It's lovely. But like, I can't do lo-fi while I'm playing it because you need to listen really closely to the game sometimes. Yeah. So that's what I do with Valorant. Like, whenever I'm watching like Valorant streamers, I usually like have other music in the background, but when I play, I really can't listen to any music. Like on stream, I usually have the lo-fi just so that you guys have less dead air. But if I'm playing comp, can't do it. Fedi says, Toot says, I keep trying to say AUDHD, but my brain shorts out and I start adding random letters. AUFDH.
FDH? No.
And Titty says, there's something enjoyable about seeing some good mechanics being rewarding. Like, every kill is because you held the right angle and right elevation and right spacing. That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and I mean, when I play... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
When I play Phasmo with Toot, it's much less of like a horror mess with your friends game and much more like it's a puzzle that needs to be solved. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it as well. And like, I will agree with Titty. Like, when you get a like good kill in Valorant, the dopamine rush is amazing. And Rainbow says your nails are awesome, by the way. Thank you, Rainbow. I have some pearl going on, but I think that starting next week, I'm gonna start having my Halloween manicures because I want to get many in before Halloween.
Yes.
So we'll see. Will I do black and orange with bats? Will I do pumpkin faces? Will I do Tall leaves. Who knows?
All of the above.
knows?
All of the above.
Yes, probably.
Toot says Phasmo's more puzzle-solving game, unless you're Toot and Moon, in which case you heck around with the cursed objects and without telling anyone else.
Uh-huh. That happens sometimes.
Yep.
We're just chaos goblins. Don't mind us.
Yeah, I know. I know, and I love you guys for it. Oh, ah!
Halloween manicures, yes. Yes, I'm excited for them.
You know when you're starting a thread, but you forget you're starting a thread, so you just like whip it right through without stopping?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That one's... Yeah,
Fedi
that's
asks,
me.
what's the first place you think of when you think of Halloween Town? Tim Burton or the Disney movie Halloween Town?
Disney movie, for sure. Halloween Town.
For me, it's Tim Burton.
Yeah, have
I
you
think
ever
of,
seen the Halloween Town movies?
I don't think so.
They've got Debbie Reynolds and other people in them. Okay, we'll have to put that on our list for Spooky Sundays, I think.
Yes,
I actually hadn't seen them when I was younger. They came out in like the mid 90s, I think. And I hadn't seen them when they came out, even though I was at the right age. And Toot showed me them after we got married, and they have definitely become like some of my favorite Halloween movies.
Mm-hmm. Orchid says, God, Halloween Town is so good. I mean, Mr. Orchid watched them all.
Yup.
Entity says that Disney still shows them every Halloween.
Oh yeah?
I watch them nearly every Halloween Town.
We have a big playlist of Halloween movies, obviously. And one that we watch a lot is actually Disney's Halloween Scream. I don't know if that's what it's called. But it's old. It's a collection of old Disney Halloween shorts. And it's so like from when I was a kid, like early, I mean, I was a kid in the late 80s, but like this is like early 80s, late 70s, pure Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched that, and then we watched The Halloween Tree, which is an animated version of a Ray Bradbury story. And Ray Bradbury is one of my absolute favorite authors. So yeah, we watch a lot of like quote unquote kids Halloween stuff. But it's so good. And you know how I feel about Hocus Pocus.
Of course. Which I've only seen once when I was a child. In French, so I don't know anything about it.
Maybe we'll do a Hocus Pocus double feature.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus and then Hocus Pocus 2. Which was very good. I love that for a cross-stitch stream, we have done very little talking about cross-stitch.
That's true. In our previous iterations, we did a lot more talking about cross-stitch, but...
I know. I think we were just a little bit more prepared. Like, for the other streams, I actually, like, thought of topics and stuff. If anybody watching does have cross-stitch questions or, like, things you want to get our opinion on, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
We're just talking about movies and video games.
I was going to say that maybe you were more prepared because I never thought of topics. I just came here and I was like, we're gonna talk and have a good time.
Yeah.
He says, I watched Hocus Pocus when I was 3. I remember nothing except seeing everyone's face melting into monsters. That sounds about right. I remember something about fingers getting eaten.
Yeah.
That's about all I remember. And children in cages that are suspended to the ceiling? Question mark.
Yeah. Actually, in my Hocus Pocus tarot deck, that's the Hanged Man. Is those two characters in the cages.
That's funny. I don't know why that's the two things I remember.
It's always weird, like the
Right.
things that stand out to you about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the final color of my of this batch of jellyfish, by the way.
Yay.
Yeah, so I've just got this gold, and then I can do the backstitching, which is gold and fuchsia. We were talking about backstitching in the server earlier. And just talking about how some people hate it and some people love it. And it makes things look so good, but like at the same time, just it's so much of a pain. Especially if like I don't mind doing like a backstitch alphabet or something over open Ada, but if I'm backstitching over other stitches, I can never get it to look even. And this is what Toot was saying too. Like I can just never get it to look even and neat as I want it to.
Yeah, I get that so much. Like, if I want it to look like even, I have to like basically railroad and like use like my fingers to like lay the thread properly. Like, it's never as straightforward as like stabbing through the fabric and there it's done. Like,
Yeah. All right, which projects should Quarter Stitch work on? Space or Philly? Toot says
Philly?
space
Like
in Philly.
Philadelphia?
Yeah. They're doing the
Space.
they're doing the Satsuma Street my little Philadelphia. No, the Pretty Little Philadelphia. I think.
I see.
One of those type patterns.
I'm kind of biased, but I would say space.
I would also say space, and Toot says space too, so I think it's going to be space. Also, thank you for the hydrate. And it is time for me to take another break. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to deafen Moon. I'm going to send my chat over to an ad break, and I'll see you back in about 3 minutes, okay?
Perfecto.
Alrighty.
Teddy says, I feel weird people telling
Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your little break. 3 minutes goes by pretty quick, actually. I'm always surprised. Let's check back in with Moon and see what she's up to. Oop, hi Bells. So usually we are wrapping up around 8:30. We are going to go until 9 today because we got started a little bit later. Hello.
Hello, hello. You know. Oh, she was scent marking my, what's the word? Not holder.
Stand.
Stand. Yes, thank you. But she stopped as soon as I moved the camera to show her.
Bella is also scent marking both my stand and my tablet and my grime guard.
We love.
Yep, we love.
Ions.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong.
Marking the microphone?
The pattern, the Philadelphia pattern that Quarter Stitch is doing is from Awesome Pattern Studio, not Satsuma Street.
I see.
Sorry about the thump there, guys.
Oh, it didn't pick up.
Okay,
at least
good.
On Discord.
Okay, good. Bella. It's like that scene, you know, in Mary Poppins when when they're like, it's almost time for the guy to set off his cannon and they start like holding stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever Bella starts coming around, I'm like holding my tablet in place on its stand. Also, Cheryl Spose is frying onions, so we're on our way to their house for whatever their spouse is cooking.
Absolutely. Fried onions, sign me the fuck up.
Right? Unfortunately, they don't agree with my tummy so much anymore, so they're sometimes food.
Yeah.
Belly Wells, are you a destructive little bean tonight? Yeah. So chat can see her a little bit better.
Sweet girl.
I was just telling my chat that we're going to go a little bit later than usual, because usually I wrap up around 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go until 9. I don't know if you're gonna wrap up around the same time or.
Yes, I will.
Okay, cool. When's
and,
done?
Let me know who you raid to. That way I'll be raiding out to the same person.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
I'm trying to find a comfortable with a position with my stand tonight. It doesn't feel comfortable for some reason.
Yeah. Okay. Hold pin in that. Gwen says they've done 4 15-minute wheel spins this evening. Yes, wheel spins are the best way to get stuff done on multiple projects. I really adore the wheel spin method. But what I was gonna say to that, Moon, is that so you can see that right now I have my stand. I don't know how well you can see it actually, but my stand is set up on my right, and before I would, which is how I always have it, but before I would put my mic on my right and move my stand over to my left, and just somehow doing that, even though the actual cross stitch was in the exact same place, somehow just making that swap always made it slightly more uncomfortable to stitch during streams.
Yeah, I usually like stitch like this, but recently I've been a bit lazy with using my stand, and I've been like doing the way that I used to by putting like the frame against my chest or tummy and just like holding the corner and like cross-stitching one-handed. So maybe I'm just like not used to cross-stitching with the stand anymore.
Yeah, that could be it. When I got the stance, it definitely was like an adjustment period. I mean, now I don't think, I mean, I can stitch without it, and I have, but it's just so much more comfortable with the stand for long periods of time. Because otherwise, if you're Like right now, I'm hands free, baby. I'm hands free, but that's because the bottom of it is braced against my tummy. Another reason to love my body the way it is it's very good at holding cross stitch frames in place.
Yes, we love that.
Yeah. So this hand doesn't actually need to be here. I just kind of rest it here. Whereas if I was holding this hand would be gripping the whole time and it would get tired. Toot says they're trying to train themselves to stitch with only one hand. That's a good idea. A very good idea.
Yeah.
Charles says so you can stitch during recovery from surgery. Exactly. Toot tore her LeBron James and needs surgery for it. And will be in a sling for 4 to 6 weeks. And then might not have full use of her arm for further 9 months. So, I mean, it probably won't be that long, but it could be that long. One of those things. So, yeah, stitching one-handed is going to be a useful skill.
Yeah. Is she going to have to stitch with her left hand?
No, it's her left shoulder that's going to be immobilized. So, yeah. One thing we're going to try and do before the surgery, which we still don't know when it's going to be, but Toot says in 9 months they're going to have a shoulder baby. That's horrifying. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. As soon as I take my eyes off of her, Bella knocks something over. One thing we're going to try and do is do a trial run, like put Toot's arm in the sling and then just have her do her normal tasks before the surgery so that we can adjust things.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. And luckily they have their own personal healthcare worker at their beck and call, so.
Thank you for petting Yuna Amp. I'll pet her as soon as I can. She's left now, but. Titty says, I had both armpits surgery, immobilized. I look like a fucking Lego. Dude, you're not alone.
That's the perfect visual.
Looking like a Lego.
Yeah.
Class was funny because I couldn't raise my hand.
You can never answer a question ever.
How convenient.
Bella just head-butted something off of my desk. Not like loved on it until it fell over, just straight up slammed her head into it until it fell off.
Very cat-like behavior from a cat.
I know. Now she's gone to harass Toot, so we might be free for a little bit.
So I could only do the shy raise the hand. If I needed to use the bathroom, I would stand up because it was easy. Yeah. Yuna, what were you doing on a counter? I just heard her jump from the counter in the kitchen. No clue what she was up to.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
But yeah, I'm glad that Toot will still be able to stitch during recovery. If they couldn't, I think that would just be... That would be hard.
Lose it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually going to show you guys something because I'm starting the back stitch. So if you weren't aware, in Pattern Keeper, oh, that's really glaring. Okay. I'm going to see how much I can show you. In Pattern Keeper, if you go to the 3 lines under the, no, not that. If you go to the 3 lines under each block, I'm trying to see how to like show you this without the light.
Reducing the brightness, perhaps?
maybe. You can view PDF right from Pattern Keeper, and that'll bring up your original PDF. So if you need to do backstitch or something, you can do it all within Pattern Keeper. You don't have to like open it in a different program.
I did not even know that.
Yeah, that didn't help at all. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So like you can see I am just zooming in. So this is the backstitch that I need to do.
That's actually amazing. I
Yeah,
had no idea.
because someone mentioned earlier that they were annoyed that Pattern Keeper doesn't do backstitch because then they have to reset up how they have their tablet. Yeah, I was just thinking that that might be a thing that not everyone was aware of that you can do. I mean, I wasn't aware of it until Michelle brought it up, actually, in one of her videos. Michelle May. You can also open the PDF when you're inputting it. So you know when you're inputting it and it's like, when you're inputting it, it's like, we can do everything but the thread numbers. You can switch over from the mock-up to the PDF and without pulling it up like on a different screen to put in the legend. Did that make any sense? Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until Michelle brought it up in a video.
That is really cool.
Cheryl said it was Dawnbreak Dara who was talking about the resetting up the tablet. So yeah, I'll let them know as well about that little tip, because I would always have to bring up the PDF like on my desktop or something like that when it came to doing the backstitch.
Yeah, so that's exactly how I did it.
Yeah. The only thing with this specific pattern, it doesn't have the backstitch key, I don't think. So you would still have to like check what colors the backstitch is in.
Yeah.
But that's less of a problem for some patterns.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for this one, there's a lot of different colors of backstitch. Like I'm doing gold and purple and white backstitch. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. So I'm just trying to get all of the jellies backstitched before I move on.
I feel like I should have maybe picked a different thread color, because like I didn't realize, like I see it pretty well like on in person, but on camera it doesn't look very colorful. Might not be the most visually interesting.
Yeah, I think I need to play with my camera settings because it's showing up really bright and blown out, whereas it's very dim in this room. So that's a little bit better. Toot's playing with my lighting setup.
Amazing.
Thank you, Toot. Let me see how this is doing with the... Oh yeah, you still can't see the... Let's see if I can... Maybe? Nope.
Now we see your reflection.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, we do see the screen much better, however.
Yeah. All right, so let me see if I can show you guys. So what I was talking about was exiting out of Pattern Keeper. So if I were to scroll up so you can see the 3 lines here underneath. So you just hit those and then you get this list of options. So one that I always use is actually edit chart info, because it has this option to use mockup as thumbnail. And then that'll show the picture of what you're stitching instead of like the front cover of the PDF, which I just like a little bit better.
Yeah.
But one of those options is view PDF. And then it'll just show you the PDF. Another option that it gives you here is edit legend. So if I went into this and I wanted to substitute a color, I'm trying to do this so you don't hello webcam. If you wanted to substitute a color but you weren't sure how it was going to look, you can actually edit what color is attached to what symbol here after the fact, and it'll change the mock-up. So if you were trying to recolor something completely, like for example, it was a shirt that was all blue and you wanted to make it shades of purple, you could adjust it here and see how those shades of purple are going to look together.
That's really cool. And like I've never had to change like colors and patterns yet, but when I do, I'm happy that I'll know that.
Toot says my webcam looks like Johnny 5, and I was like, yes, it does look like a friendly little robot.
The camera itself?
Yeah, because when I had it tilted up, you could see the webcam behind me.
Oh,
and it looked like Johnny. It looked like Johnny 5 just peeking over my shoulder.
Adorable.
Gwen has been enjoying the pattern keeper lesson from the kitchen. Nice. Maybe I'll do like a pattern keeper tutorial video, because I keep finding like new stuff it can do.
I would love that actually.
When you cleaned out your Gwen cleaned out their fridge, they got rid of the butter flavored not butters. Oh no. But yeah, I think that might be good. Just do a little tutorial.
I would definitely love that, because I feel like I don't know very much about it.
Yeah.
The niche little app.
I know. And I mean, a lot of people don't realize that you can run it on PC using an emulator.
Yeah.
Which, like, for you before you got a tablet was the way that you ran it, so.
Yeah, and I honestly like wouldn't have used it if I only could have had it on my phone, because the screen is far too small for to be useful on a phone, I feel.
Yeah, so I think I'd include that as part of the tutorial. It's like, here's how you run it on an emulator.
That's a really good idea. I think a lot of people who who don't have a tablet, or their screens are too small, it would be like much more I feel like disability friendly as well, with how big you can get it on a PC versus like a tablet.
Yeah, for sure. There are some times, because I do use Pattern Keeper a bit when I'm designing, like to do that kind of color swap out thing, or to see like how many stitches something is, or to just kind of see how it moves over, and being able to have it the entire size of my screen is really helpful in those.
Oh, I bet. And like when you're designing, I'm sure that it's like super useful not to have to like email it to you, put it on a tablet, open it on a tablet.
Yeah.
And then like
definitely.
That would be so annoying as well. So like it would be very useful for designers as well who may not know.
Yeah. When I was, before I got WinStitch, because WinStitch does Pattern Keeper compatible PDFs that are like guaranteed Pattern Keeper compatible, so I don't need to worry so much. But before I was using WinStitch, I would have to check each pattern that I exported and make sure it was Pattern Keeper compatible, and if it wasn't, I would have to import it into PK, make all the changes, and then export it, and then make sure it exported correctly. Like it was like a bunch of extra steps that would have been a pain in the butt if I had been doing it exclusively on my tablet.
Yeah.
Right. I'm almost finished. I've still got to do the little jellyfish tentacles, but Just giving you guys a closer look at what I got done during stream. So you can see, yeah, you can see that the backstitch really does bring it together quite nicely.
Yeah.
It's just, we complain about it, but we don't mind it. I think one of my favorite backstitches is this barracuda eye, because it's just a black stitch surrounded by gold backstitch, but it's very effective.
Yeah, it is very effective. That's impressive, actually.
Yeah. So because I have to start a different thread, I'm actually gonna leave it here because it's about time for us to get wrapped up. But yeah, so if anyone has any questions about Pattern Keeper, let me know in our Discord server and I'll make sure that I add those to the future video. I've got a video lined up for next week. I'm just finishing up the editing on it. That's going to be like a yarn related video, yarn and knitting related video. And then a cozy cast, and then maybe the week after I'll do a Pattern Keeper tutorial. But the week after that, we're going to be almost getting into Tiny Witch, so I might do something Tiny Witch related. Who knows? Toot says my favorite is the glow on the anglerfish. The glow on the anglerfish is really well done. I wish I could show you guys, but he's like down in this corner here.
Yeah, he's hidden in the flap.
Yeah, but this is gonna look so amazing when I finish the crocodile, and then I can wash it and iron it, and it'll look gorgeous. She says almost getting into Tiny Witch. So yes, Tiny Witch Mystery Sal now available on stitchwit.ca. It's also available on Etsy and Coffee. I'm just trying to push sales through Stitchwit because it's a new marketplace. So if there are any designers, dyers, makers in the cross-stitch space, and you're looking for a new platform to sell, stitchwit.ca is now actually hosting marketplace for vendors. So you basically have your own storefront within Stitchwit, and I have gotten it's only been up for like less than a week now, and I have already gotten sales of my products from Stitchwit customers, which is very cool, like very, very cool. So yeah,
so cool. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, a couple of because like I don't know, I know screen names, I don't know, and then I don't know shipping addresses of people, but Heather mentioned that at least 2 of the kits went to like her regulars, not my regulars, which is very cool. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, so yeah,
you're branching out.
All right, so but I am gonna get wrapped up, and you're gonna get wrapped up as well, I believe. So I'm gonna put up my ending screen here.
All right, well, thank you so much for the evening, PH. It's always super lovely to hang out with you.
It was really nice, and I'll let you know who I'm rating out to.
Perfect. Yes, please do.
Yeah. I'll message you when I figure that out. All right.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna jump off the call, and I'm gonna say goodbye.
Perfect.
But
bye,
yes, thank you for joining us.
Community.
Bye Moon. Bye Moon's community. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks everyone for saying goodbye to Moon. All right, so yes, thank you guys for joining us. This stream went so fast. It was so much fun. Whenever we're doing one of these cross-stitch streams with Moon, and you guys do have questions about anything cross-stitch related, I mean really any stream, if you have any questions about anything cross-stitch related, you want to get my opinion on something, you just are curious about a topic, always let us know. I have no plan for these things. I just go live and talk about random stuff for an hour, so yeah. Feel more than free to bring up your own topic. But yes, so let's do all the wrap-up stuff. My phone is telling me it is time to feed the children, so just gonna stop that. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been so much fun. Thank you everybody who not only followed me but also hopped over and followed Toot. That is really great that we're supporting. I mean, I enjoy the streams just as streams. I would watch them even if Toot wasn't my spouse, so I hope you enjoy them as well. You should also go and check out Moon. I'm going to just give Moon a quick little shout out here. Oh, me and Toot both did it at the same time. Go check out Moon. Like she said, she usually does gaming content. Valorant, Lethal Company, Stardew. Mostly it's more like FPS, shooty, horror-y, action-y games, but she manages to make them really cozy and inviting and welcoming. So go check out Moon as well. And her new TikToks and shorts on YouTube are hilarious. I also have a YouTube channel. All of the VODs from these streams are going to be available on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I also do a bi-weekly podcast, and then every other week I try and put out a crafty related video. Okay, so that's it. Next stream is going to be Monday evening. I will let you guys know the full schedule on Sunday as usual. Check me out on Etsy, Ko-fi, Facebook, Discord, Instagram, all of the places you can find us. To just put all of the links in the chat. And I think that is all that I have to push. Did I mention that I'm running a SAL called the Tiny Witch SAL? No, okay. No, I'm done. So right now I would like everyone who is watching on Twitch to say goodbye to everyone who's watching on YouTube. Everyone who is watching on YouTube to say goodbye to everyone who is watching on Twitch. And I will... Goodbye YouTube, goodbye Twitch, goodbye YouTube, goodbye Twitch. Why can I not? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye to YouTube. I will see you in the coffee shop. I'll see you in the comment section. I will see you in the Discord, but most importantly, my friends, I will see you in my heart. I don't know yet. All right, so now that we're alone and we're over here on Twitch, let's find out